What's going on, guys? So I'm here today with no makeup on, so we are going to be trying a new makeup look today. So I've had this video idea for quite a while now, and I've kind of been putting it off because I'm just really nervous to try it, even though I've been wanting to try it for so long and I wanted to make a video out of it. I would think about it and just kind of put it off because I don't want to mess it up because I want it to look good. So today I will be attempting to do trad goth makeup. If you don't know what trad goth makeup is, it's traditional goth makeup. I'll put some examples up on the screen, but I've seen so many people on TikTok attempt to do this, and a lot, like most of them are like really good. Like I saw this girl's TikTok a few days ago and she was trying goth makeup as a baby bat. If you don't know, people who are new to goth culture are called baby bats. And she tried it for the first time and literally looked like she had been doing it for forever. Like it was so good. So I've been wanting to try it for so long, but I'm just so scared because I want it to look good, especially today because I want to make like TikToks and take pictures and stuff. I think goth makeup and goth culture is just so cool. I don't know, it just seems so hard to me. So we're gonna see if I can do it today. I'm really nervous, as I've said before, but we're gonna try. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, it wouldn't hurt. So that's pretty much it for this intro. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. I want to go all out with this goth makeup look, so I am going to be doing the white base. So I don't have any white foundation or white like say face paint or anything, so I'm going to be using the same method that I did for when I did my clown makeup. If you have not seen that video, just scroll down on my page and you'll find it. It was around Halloween last year. What I'm going to be using today is this white grease makeup that I got from Walmart. It's super cheap, it's not that pigmented, so we're going to be building on top of this. So I'm also going to be using this white like face powder that I got from Spirit Halloween, and then on top of that I'm going to be putting my e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. Now I didn't realize how good this all of these products together holds until last year on Halloween when me and my friends went to King's Dominion. I didn't know it was a rule that you couldn't wear face paint in the park during the Haunt Fest season, so I had to take it off. So I went to the bathroom and it was so hard to get off. Like my friends were helping me like scrub the makeup off, and it was like not budging. So it gets decently white, it just takes time to like build them on top of each other. So I'm gonna try and, you know, do it as fast as I can. Oh, before I do it, we always have to prime, so I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I've been using this primer for a few months now and I really like it. I don't really like see a difference in like, because I've only used a few primers in my, you know, makeup journey, so I haven't used it a lot, but I think this is a good primer. It's very sticky, which it's supposed to be. So okay, so while I let that sit for about 30 seconds, as it says on the bottle to do, I'm going to show you what makeup look I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to put it here. I'm also going to be looking down because my phone is down here because I have to look at the picture while I do it. So this was the makeup look that I found. It seemed like the most simple trad goth, not the most simple, but the most simple trad goth look, while also being extra. I don't know if that makes sense, but I wanted it to be like bam, but not like super complicated. So this seemed like the most simple one I could find. I was originally looking for a simple black and white goth look, but then I thought since I have red in my hair, I would try to find a trad goth look that had red in it. So I found this one and I think it's super cool. I'm sure this primer has set long enough, so we're just gonna go ahead, we're just gonna jump in. I'm not scared at all. So we're gonna start with the grease makeup, and I'm using this nail file that I cleaned because it's just really flat and it's a good like scooper for it. Oh god, I'm nervous. We'll start with that and then just gonna put it on, and it looks super pigmented when I first put it on, but once I like blend it out, it's gonna be super patchy. So don't get your hopes up. But I'm nervous. So I'm gonna try and kind of spread it out with this first, and then if I need to add more later on, I will. Okay, So that's what I'm starting with. It looks like a lot, but I'm thinking it's not gonna be as pigmented as I think it is. So I'm taking this flat brush. It's not really a branded brush. It has a name on it, but just use any brush, like a flat brush like this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending it out. Okay, so far it doesn't look so bad. I wish I would have had this brush last year when I did the clown makeup, because it makes the application so much easier. I wonder how hard it's gonna be for me to get this off. It would be a great opportunity because I just recently bought these reusable makeup removers, because me and my mom, we don't spend so much money, but we buy cotton rounds and use makeup remover, and we always are running out of cotton rounds. So I thought if I bought the reusable pads, it would make it so we wouldn't have to buy so many cotton rounds. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm also gonna have to do my eyelids. So I'm gonna put a little bit where my eyelids are. Should I take my eyebrow piercing out? Oh, okay, don't touch your face. I'm always scared to take my eyebrow piercing out because even though my eyebrow piercing is healed, I'm just always scared that it's gonna get infected. Like, I don't want to put product over the holes because I'm scared they'll get infected. I'm not gonna take it out. I'm just gonna blend like around it. Oh, okay. I touch my face so much, so I have to remember not to touch my face because the grease makeup will come off. Okay, so this is what we're working with so far. So now I'm just gonna go in with the face powder that I got from Spirit Halloween. I'm just gonna take a brush. This is like a regular powder brush, and I'm gonna load the brush up because when I used this last year, it wasn't as pigmented as I thought it was gonna be. So we're gonna see. I always do this. When I was doing my clown makeup last year, I was looking at it and I was like, oh god, it looks so bad. But I just have to trust the process and hope that it's gonna turn out the way I want it to. It's doing a good job at mattifying, which honestly I think this step is just really for mattifying because the grease makeup is so greasy. I'm honestly thinking about turning this into a series because there's so many different types of goth makeup. Like, trad makeup is only one version of goth makeup, so I'm thinking about turning it into a series. So if I upload this and it does well, then I might make it into a series. Even if it doesn't do well, I still might make it into a series because I just love trying new looks, like new makeup look, because sometimes I get bored of doing my same old makeup routine. Okay, so we're done with the powder. It looks even more patchy. This white base makes my eyes look so like solid black. I need to buy one of those like powder puffs, like those really big powder puffs, because that would help me a lot. But so I'm gonna go in with this little powder puff that I have, little finger one, and then I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder, and I think this is what's really gonna set it in place but also give it that like white pigment that I'm looking for. So we're just gonna rub it in. It looks like there's nothing on there, but I start with my under eyes because that's the part that really creases and I want it to stay. So I'm filming this on St. Patrick's Day, which also happens to be National Hosier Day. It's not actually, but his birthday is on St. Patrick's Day, which is funny because he's Irish. And I think that's just so funny. So I spent my morning watching Hosier interviews because that is something I have to do whenever I am like hyperfixated on a new artist that I've discovered. And I was watching this interview that he was like showing his favorite books, and I just recently discovered that he's a Pisces also, so I'm like, oh my god, fellow Pisces, love you. But he said something that was like so relatable to me, and I was like, really just called me out. So he was like saying that he's not really like a big reader. Well, not really a big reader. He's not a committed reader, which is so me, because I'm like, I love to read, but I go through like phases of like, oh, I want to read, and then I'll get like in a reading slump and I'm like, I don't want to read anything. It's really annoying because I really want to be just like a reader, like a committed reader, but I'm just not. He was like, but when I'm like hyper fixated on like something, I'll like allow it to ruin my life. And that was so real, because like that's so me. Like if I'm hyper fixated on something, that's all I can think about, hence the definition of a hyper fixation. But it literally like ruins my life. I'm kind of concerned about the patchiness around my eyebrows. I don't know how to fix that. I'm just gonna add a little bit more paint where I see patchy areas that are concerning me. If I do make this into a series, I am gonna try to invest in like either a really good white foundation or just a really good like cover stick, because I cannot work with this makeup every time I want to do this. I knew that the base was gonna take some time to like really get right, but I've been filming for almost 30 minutes and like I'm still on the base. I'm gonna turn the camera off and really work with the base just to get it where I want it to be, and then I'll be back once I've accomplished that. Okay, I'm back. So I've gotten it to a point where I'm like, I'm okay with how it looks. Obviously it's not perfect. The camera makes it look like so much worse than it actually is in person. But even in person it looks kind of like like it looks super patchy, super like pory. So obviously not perfect, but I'm okay with it for now. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the harder parts, which is the actual look itself. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the eyebrows. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do the red part yet, but we're gonna figure out as we go. So I'm gonna start by just brushing my eyebrows out. Okay, so since my eyebrows are not like the picture, like obviously I think she's cut off the template. She cut off her like eyebrow tails. I haven't, so I'm just gonna do a regular eyebrow and then kind of extend it downwards with like some red that I have. Okay, so far so good. So the reason I want this to look so good is because I want to do that TikTok trend that's been going around with that metal song. It's like, oh my god. I already have like the first half of it in my drafts. I recorded that a few days ago just because I knew I was going to do some type of makeup look, and then I thought about this idea again last night and I was like, oh yeah, I have to do that. That's why I kind of want this makeup look to be like somewhat decent, because I want to do that and it's going to be so fun. Also, if you haven't, you should go follow my TikTok. I will put the @ on the bottom of the screen. Also, I didn't put this, like, you know, at the end of my videos, if you've watched my videos before, if at the end of my videos I have like my socials on there, but I never put the @ for my TikTok. So the @ for my TikTok is Good Grief, but the O's in good are zeros, not O's. So if you've like tried to look for my TikTok and you couldn't find it, that's probably why. So I probably should put that at the end of my video. But yeah, the O's in the Good Grief for my TikTok are zeros. So yeah. Okay, so I'm done. So now I'm just gonna go in and brush them out like I do. Okay, so those are the brows. I'm just wait, okay? All this whole video is gonna be a trust the process, because I'm trying to trust the process, because I got no hope right now, okay? I'm gonna take this eyeliner pencil that I use for my lip liner. I'm also gonna use it for my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna lightly, because I'm looking at them now and like they already are kind of dark, but I'm gonna lightly take this and just kind of do a feather motion in the front, because this brow pencil is so pigmented. That's why I use it for lip liner, because it gives that like black. Ooh, okay. I was not paying attention. I was talking too much. Don't stop talking, Zaire. Stop. Silence! Okay, I'm just gonna like brush it out with this to make it look maybe less like what's that Muppet or puppet from Sesame Street that lives in the trash can, the Grouch. What's his name? Oscar the Grouch. I don't want to look like him, so we're not gonna do that. Well, I have to commit now. Okay, so I don't wanna, but oh, they look bad. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on, because I'm about to freak out. They look so... No, they look okay. They look fine. Okay. Me trying to convince myself. Okay, so to do the kind of coming down eyebrow part, I have this red lip liner that I bought for my cousin's wedding like last year. I haven't used it since, so this is perfect. Really trying to psych myself up because it comes down, it doesn't even come down to like a point, it just kind of fades out, which I think is so interesting. It's like almost like the beginning of a nose contour, but it doesn't, it's not a nose contour. Also, we won't talk about how this girl's face shape is like nothing like mine. Her nose is so cute and petite, and my nose is like, I'm gonna make an artistic choice here. So I made an artistic choice. And I brought it to a point. I don't know. I'm gonna do the other one and see how it looks. Honestly, I think it looks like okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional. Honestly, whatever I do is gonna have to stay because I can't erase anything, so. Okay. I feel like we could work with something here. Obviously, it's like an ombre brow, so I'm gonna drag that red into my brow to make it more ombre-ish. Dude, oh my god. Honestly, it's kind of okay. Now, so this was just a template, so it gave me something to like reference with. So I'm gonna go in with my Twilight makeup palette, or Edward Twilight makeup palette, and there's a bunch of dark reds and like burgundies and shimmers and black in here. So I'm gonna take, so I think I'm just gonna go in with Pulse, which is a really bright red, and I'm gonna use, I also forgot that I have this, which probably would have been better. Hold on, I'm gonna go in with this and see like if it does anything. Oh yes, this really did help. It kind of made the pigment more pigmented. Me having to remind myself to breathe because I'm like so concentrated that I stopped breathing. Okay, so that helped a lot, honestly. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at this. I think it is something that we could work with. It obviously looks kind of odd right now because we don't have everything else. So I'm gonna take like a thin brush like this, and I'm gonna go in with my eyeshadow, and we're gonna take a bit, and I'm gonna pack it on just to set it so that it's not like, if I accidentally hit it, it won't smudge. And then I'm gonna try and like kind of perfect these lines a little because they are looking a little wonky. So yeah. Okay, this is gonna be me just editing out a bunch of silence because I was not talking that entire time. So this is what we're working with. Honestly, it's not terrible, but it's like I'm a little scared that it's gonna look weird, but we're not done yet. So next thing we're gonna work on is eyeliner. Obviously the main part of the look. So the eyeliner in the picture, I'll put it back up again, it has like a streak of red. I don't know if I want to attempt to do that because I'm already kind of struggling a little. So I think I'm just gonna do black liner, but I am still gonna do the red inner corner because that's cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm afraid is not the word. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Skinny Waterproof Liquid Liner. I love this eyeliner. I've been using it for a little while now. So I've never done this type of liner before. Obviously I do big wings, but this wing is just next level big. And like I said before, I don't have a ton of eye space to work with. I think I'm gonna take out my piercing just so I can get, you know, have the full advantage of getting a big wing. Woo! Okay, so piercing is out. I have a gigantic hole in my face. Okay, oh my god, I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Okay, line. Oh no. I might cry. Okay, oh god. Okay. I'm actually, okay. I'll fix it later. I can't focus on it right now, but the wing itself, I'm honestly kind of proud. So I don't like to fill in my liner with the skinny one because it takes a lot of strokes to like fill it in. So I go in with this other liner that I have. It's the LA Colors Eye Maker, and it has a thicker tip. I've talked about this in a different video, but I like to fill it in with this because it takes less strokes and I feel like less product to actually fill in the liner. So that's what I'm gonna do. So since I have hooded eyes, it's really hard to like, you see like when I raise my eyebrows, all that space. So I have to keep my eyes relaxed so that, because that is the only way it's gonna like look cohesive and like together. Okay, so this is the wing so far. It's looking really good. I'm honestly impressed. So I'm gonna go back in with my skinny liner and try to sharpen that, like the top of the wing a little bit. Okay, so that's our wing. I'm honestly really happy with it. Like, I've never done this big of a wing before. So we've done one wing. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other wing off camera so that future me who has to edit this doesn't, you know, hate me. So yeah, I'll be back once the other wing is done. Okay, I'm back. So this is the liner. I am so happy with it. I really had to take my time and like perfect it, so I'm glad that I went off camera to do it because it was just a lot. So I'm gonna tell you what I did though, because I didn't just use eyeliner. So I used my skinny eyeliner to make like the template for the wing, and then like I said, I went in with this, the thicker one, to like fill it in. But then I noticed like the more I was filling it in, it was kind of peeling off, and I think it's like it doesn't mix with like the grease makeup. So I have this Wet n Wild multi-stick in black. It says in the name multi-stick, so you can use it for like anything. And I took this angled brush, so I was kind of taking it on the angled brush, like sharpening it a little, like making it thin, and then just kind of going in and perfecting that shape. And I also did it to fill in the my lid, because I didn't want to leave any blank space on my lid. So I just filled my lid in, and that is how I got this beautiful big wing. I've never done eyeliner this big, and I honestly love it. I love big eyeliner anyway. So to mattify the liner, because it is still kind of like sticky because I use the multi-stick, so I'm gonna take this shade Light eyeshadow that was a gift from a friend, and there is this very big pigmented black liner here, this eyeshadow in here. This is the only eyeshadow that I use out of this whole palette because I don't really use neutral tones like that. And I'm gonna take a eyeshadow brush. So this one, it already has black eyeshadow on it from previous uses. So I'm just gonna dip that in and pat it on. See, it's already, you can see, like, I don't know, but you can already see it's like kind of losing its color, because like the multi-stick is basically like grease makeup but like less greasy. So we're just gonna pack that on to mattify it so that it doesn't lose its color. And you can see already like how much better it looks. Oh my gosh, I'm like having so much fun right now. Forget earlier when I was like stressed out. I'm having so much fun. Okay, so we've done that. I had a little bit of fallout, but I'm not that stressed out about it. I feel like my base is getting patchier by the minute, but we're gonna ignore it because if I do this again, it will look better. So bear with me. I still haven't fixed the line on my nose because I'm trying to figure out. I might just have to wipe it off and like redo the makeup on my nose, but we're not worried about that right now. Now we're gonna move on to the inner corner. Now, inner corner liner doesn't scare me because I've kind of perfected it at this point, but this is really, really big inner corner liner, which scares me just a little bit. And it's also like, I've never done eyeliner, one, inner corner liner that is one this big, and two, goes down that much. And I'm also afraid because I don't think that my felt tip liners react well with the grease makeup that I have on. So I'm not really sure what to do about that, but we're gonna see what we can do. So in the picture, I'll put it back up, it connects from like that very inner corner, goes down, and then kind of comes to like a little bit, not quite the middle of the eye, but a little bit towards like the inner corner. Okay, let's do it. Okay, it's a little thicker than in the picture, but I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm happy, satisfied. all those things in between. So before I do the red, I'm just gonna go ahead and complete my under eye. So I'm gonna do what I usually do, which is I'm going to take this eyeliner, which is just the LA Colors Auto Eyeliner, simple, just liner, and I'm gonna, you know, do my waterline. So then I'm going to take the same black that I used to mattify my liner, and I'm gonna put that in my waterline to like just darken the liner. So now moving on to the inner liner. So it's obviously filled in red, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna use the same liner that I used to do my eyebrows, which is this one, and I'm just going to fill it in, and then to mattify it, I'm gonna go in with the same red eyeshadow from the Twilight palette and just like pack it into that inner corner. Okay, so I'm thinking the red in the Twilight palette is a little bit too light for me, or lighter than I want it to be. So I'm gonna take this Jules palette that I've had for forever, and the red, literally the only shade I use in here, see it's literally almost gone, is a bit darker. So I am gonna use that to kind of like mattify my inner corners. Okay, yeah, so that red like definitely darkened it a lot, so I'm happy with that. So there are two tiny spikes coming from the eye. I'm just a little scared to do those because I don't know how they're gonna look. Should I do it? And I can't erase anything. Okay, so I am gonna add the two tiny spikes that are there, but I'm gonna do them off camera because I can't do it on camera. So I'll be back once I have those done. Okay, I'm back. I added them. I don't know if I like them. They're fine. They just, first of all, not as cute and dainty as in the picture, but I honestly don't hate them. They're okay. So we pretty much are finished with the all over look. The only thing that's left to do is the lips. In a lot of traditional goth makeup looks, the tops of the lip or the cupid's bow is like super defined. They often come up in points at the top. I already have, you can't see it now because it's like covered in white paint, but I have a kind of defined cupid bow, like a soft cupid's bow. It's not super defined, but so I'm gonna take a Q-tip. It's not gross, shut up. And I'm just gonna kind of try and wipe the white paint that is on my lips off so I can get a clearer view of my cupid's bow. Like so. So I'm gonna take my black lip liner and I'm gonna first just define my cupid's bow, and then I'll try and like give it little points. Okay, I'm honestly happy with that. Like they're not super defined, but they're pretty good. Okay, so I have my lips lined now. I'm gonna take the same multi-stick that I was using earlier and just fill in the rest of my lip. And you honestly don't have to use a lot with this. I just take it and kind of blot it until it fills in the space because it's very pigmented. Okay, so there's our black lip. And then I'm gonna do the same thing that I did earlier with my eyeliner, and I'm gonna take the black shadow from this palette and just mattify the lip so it doesn't smudge or move. So this is pretty much the complete look. I am gonna go back in with some more powder and kind of try to fix the patchiness as much as I can. And I'm gonna fix this because I totally forgot about that. But while I'm gone, I'm going to find an outfit and kind of try to fix my hair into like kind of a gothy hairstyle. I don't know. And then I'm gonna come back and show you. So I'll be back once all of that is done. Okay, I'm back. So everything is done. Makeup is done. Hair is done. Outfit is done. Are you guys ready? Oh my god. Like I'm literally so happy with the result. Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Okay. 3, 2, 1. There's nothing. There's no words. I feel like I was born to look like this in a way. Like it just is so perfect. Like, okay, so let me give you the rundown. Okay, so for hair, I know that goth people usually do like big teased hair, and I can't do that because I have braids. So I just decided to do an updo, so like a bun, and just leave like pieces hanging out so it could kind of resemble like the big hair. I'm honestly so obsessed. I love it. Makeup, you already know. So jewelry, I know that also layering jewelry is a big thing in the goth culture, so I have 3 necklaces on. So this came with a set of necklaces from Shein. This also came from Shein. I wanted to incorporate some red in my jewelry since there's red in my hair and makeup, so this. And then this, I honestly don't remember where I got this from, but it's like a really weighted, almost like a rosary necklace, and it has a cross. I know also crosses are big in the goth culture. Now, I am aware that in goth culture or alternative culture in general, you shouldn't shop in like fast fashion and like big corporation companies like Shein, but since it's what I had, I just decided to use it. So I am aware of that. So if anyone like decides to comment that, I'm aware. It's just what I have, so I'm just using it. Rings. So I had this cross one, it's super cute. This like big black jeweled one. This kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but this one, I use it as a thumb ring. And then this that one of my friends gave me. This corset, I know corsets are big in like goth fashion. This one has like little butterflies. I can like pull these to like tighten it and they hang. These, I had some waist chains, so this one is like, you can't really see, but this one is like barbed wire, a barbed wire waist chain. And then this one, it came off of something, like a piece of clothing that I had. I don't remember what it was, but it worked perfectly, and it has little butterfly charms on it, so it matches the butterflies in the corset. Literally perfect. This kind of cover up, you've seen this in other styling videos that I've done. I got this from a boutique somewhere, like downtown, when me and one of my friends went thrifting one day. It is so perfect. I used it in one of my styling videos before, and I said it would be perfect for a goth outfit, so I decided to use it because it has like the flowy arms, and I know like dangly things like from your hands or arms with your clothing is popular in goth fashion. Skirt is thrifted from Goodwill. It's like a velvet skirt. I have 2 long black skirts, but I thought this one would just be better because it's a little bit shorter at the bottom so that you can see my demonias. Obviously I had to do the demonias. It just felt right. It has like the big buckles and it stops right above where my demonia starts so you can see them. It's just amazing. I'm literally so obsessed with this. It feels great. It feels right. It just feels like I was born to look like this. And then obviously I painted my nails. Well, I painted one of my hands like 2 days ago, and then I just finished this one this morning, so my nails are painted. This is the entire look. I am so obsessed. I literally want to go somewhere now, but I have nowhere to go. I'm so obsessed. I literally love this so much. That is pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know how I did on my makeup. Anyone who is goth or does goth makeup, let me know how I did for my first attempt. I honestly think I didn't do too bad. Like, obviously it's not the best in the world. Like, my base is still a little patchy, but everything else I feel like is pretty good. Even the eyebrows I was a little worried about, but they look so great. I love them so much. So yeah, let me know how I did. Give me any tips that would help this process go smoother, because it did take me a while to get through the makeup portion of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment down below of if I should make this a series, if I should do other goth makeup, not just trad goth, but like romantic goth, soft goth. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say goth. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!